Hey everybody. So Grammy Pammy, if you're out there, when you get out there, I just did a special video just for you. I'm going to post it later tonight. And I'm going to show you what I got today. Um, it was interesting. I have been going to that secret place for a while, and this was the first time that I saw quite a line. And I'll be honest, when I saw that the designer dresses were going to be $5, I was like, I don't even know if I'm going to go because it's going to be crazy. And it was. But everybody was so nice. Like, it was just so well done. And it was nice. And I didn't get as much as I thought I would, but I want to share with you what I got, and then I want to share with you what I got after that. I went to another place. So, everything in this bag was $5 each. And it was so much fun. I haven't even had a chance. I did go through them there. This is a brand that, see, what I do normally is I go in and I get stuff. I get stuff that I know, I pick stuff up. And then later I go through and I comp things out and I learn new brands. Like this one. This is Joanna Barshi. It's a nice brand. Also, little hint is the pink tag, which that's how they mark their designer products. It's a cute little dress. I think this is an extra small. I will have to look. Hold on. It is a small. I laugh because last night I got one of my bins empty and now I'm going to fill up another. I think this is another one of those. Let me see. Yes. So here's another one. This is way more eclectic. I really liked this one. Very cool. My neighbor's dog is out. Well, we all know this person, Tommy Bahama. This is like a sundress. It's super long. They had evening dresses. I don't know if I picked any of those up. I just really enjoyed this spot. Vineyard Vines. Cute little top. Maybe I should do this, huh? So you guys can see the brand. This is another Vineyard Vines. This is new with tags, if I can find it here. Cute little, you know, you can use this over your bathing suit or wear it as like a summer dress. Oh, this one's really, really long. And I debated, but I picked it up. Soft surroundings. And I actually, I stopped. Well, I was going to stop at the store. At the side of the road, because they were actually tearing down the soft surrounding building that was there, the corporate office, and it was gone. The whole thing was gone. So it is soft surroundings, and it's just a nice long dress, long sleeves, so I'll probably put that away for more winter. Gretchen Scott, always a good pickup for me. And this is really cute. Let's see if I can show you kind of how it goes. Just really cute. A nice little print on it. This is one, you know what, for $5, I picked it up. Why not, right? Lily Pulitzer. This thing is so long, super long. Like, even on me, it's like, I'm not that tall, but it isn't marked as a tall either, I don't think. Nope, it's just a large. But it is really, really long. It's a long dress. And I figured for $5, why not? I had to, this is another brand that I picked up later. Leafstoter. Leafstoter. It's a cute little dress. It kind of ages itself with these cutout sleeves. It was really nice. David Meister. Very kind of elegant little summer. Kind of reminds me of a tea party or something like that. I think all in all I spent like $70. Again, the only reason I picked it up, $5. Kind of like a wedding dress. And also, one thing that I noticed is they caught on, and they do not mark Ralph Lauren as a designer anymore. Just really cute. It's all covered in lace and it's lined. Very, very pretty. Rebecca Taylor. Had to pick her up. Let me fix the zipper. Rebecca Taylor. This is a cute, just a very, very cute black dress. It has the zipper almost all the way down in the back. $5. And Theory. This one actually came out while I was there. Just a cute little dress. It's a size extra small, so this is a small. They do this once a year. I also learned that. And then I picked this up, maybe might for me, and maybe not. It's just an Athleta, cute little top. So that is from the one store. I have so many of these bags. I need to carry them in the car. All right, we'll put those away later. Oh, I will start listing them hopefully this week. So then I went down to the Goodwill. It's about 15 minutes away. And I like to go there. I had things I had to return as well. So getting the shoes out of there. And so I picked up some things. Just picked up a few things. Not $5 dresses there, that's for sure. This is a Lululemon. I'm gonna have to search for the size later, but I'm gonna think it's a large. I don't know, I like this. This may not go for sale. Let's see. Let's see. This may go, like I need one more hoodie. Ah. Yeah, I'm gonna say this is probably a large. It's nice, but I don't need one more hoodie. I have a ton of hoodies. So that was $7.86. Not a new brand, but a brand I haven't seen in a while. Jam's World. Hello. This actually came out on a cart while I was leaving. I had paid for everything and I went back and I found it, and it is $6.16. They just started raising their prices again. This probably was going to be like $5 something, and now I noticed this $6.16 was popping up everywhere. Theory, yeah, another Theory. This was $4.82. Jamie Savick. This is a great tennis brand. She just loves, she throws in those extra little things here and there. Little pockets. You can actually put a few little things in there too. It's always sort of like eclectic with all the little designs. The Jamie in the back. Ta-da. You know, I can't get away. Soft surroundings. I picked this up. I've actually stopped picking up a lot of this stuff, but these were a great color. And they're like a pedal pusher or an ankle. So I picked that up, and they always price it pretty low, $4.82. Yes, these were so cool. Lauren, Ralph Lauren, these are 100% silk, $4.83. Can you see these? I could not pass that up. Brooks Brothers, red fleece, extra large. Very cute t-shirt. Might end up on me. Never know. FootJoy. You know what? These have been selling pretty well for me. $6.30. Just the plain blue athletic shorts. I keep finding receipts. I think this was something I looked up. Nope, it's just something I looked up a few weeks ago. Karen Kane. Her stuff sells really good. Real good comps on this stuff. I did see a Michael Stars, but it was very plain, and I passed on it. I was like, yeah, no. These are Pranas, $4.83. They're just really cute. Again, the colors make it different. Fat Farm. I see these over at Von Maur all the time, and I hardly see them out. I've never comped them, and I finally comped them out, and they don't comp out too bad. A little long, I guess, Bermudas. And then this came out also on a rack. These are actually women's. It's at Madras. $4.50. Very cool. The difference with these, with the Madras, are these are actually individual pieces. It's not one piece checked, like patterned. It is actually individual little squares and little pieces all sewn together. Now, I made a friend. There was a woman there last week. Sorry, it's probably pretty loud. And I had noticed her, and she was like literally in her phone on everything. And I knew she was, you know, comping things out. Not a big deal. I do it too. And then today she was there again, and she was in the shoe section. And I was like, maybe I should tell her about Dalton. Maybe she should like look up some of his videos. And I didn't say anything at first. And then I went back, and she has a habit of walking away from her cart, like just not just walking away. She just leaves it and then just goes and comps things out. And one of the workers emptied her cart, and I almost picked up one of the items. And then she like came around the corner, and she was like, no, that was my stuff. And then I mentioned to her, I says, you can't do that. I said, people will take your stuff. They will, and workers will empty it out, and all your hard work will go to waste. And then we started talking, and I said, hey, you know, I see you're like comping things out, and you're in shoes. I said, you know, I know a guy, he's on YouTube, and he's got a lot of videos, and he talks about shoes. Why don't you follow him? And I said, it's dealing with Dalton. And I told her about him, and then I told her about me. And then I said, she asked me who I was, and so I carry cards, and so I gave her one of my cards, and we talked about brands. And here she is just starting out, and she said, as she puts it, she is just getting her feet wet, and she's learning brands. And so I gave her some ideas. I showed her, I'm going to show you the brands that I picked up in the shoe department. I didn't comp them out until after I picked them up because I kind of just knew, and I told her that. I says, you're going to get so good at this, you're just going to know. And so one of those pairs was clogs. These are really nice. They remind me of Dansko, but I think that's a leather insole. I'm not 100% sure. You'll have to look it up. They're pretty cool. I will look it up and find out. I probably bought these for me, Tom's. Tom flip-flops. You can't have enough flip-flops for the summer. You just can't. And then these are the ones, I saw these right away and I knew, and I snatched them up. Didn't know the brand at all until I looked it up, but it is Chocolate Blue. Chocolate Blue. And these comp out rather nice. These look brand new. They even still kind of have the sticker on the back. I paid $11.64 for these, but they were 75% off. So these shoes sat for 4 weeks, right? Is that how it works? 3.5, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? And they went 75% off today, and they were still there, and I got them. And I don't know what 75% of $11.64 is, but I am gonna make a killing. So Dara, if you are out there, I hope you say hi. I hope you stay focused and do it. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. There are people who follow me and there are people that I follow. It isn't rocket science. You can do it, and you will get so much better at it, because I love that you're taking the time and you're learning brands. I didn't do that in the beginning. I picked up everything that was sparkly and cute. And if you go back in my videos, you will see where I have 11 bins of mistakes. And I ended up basically taking a lot of those to a resale shop and then donating even a lot more. And I learned from my mistake. And I don't pick up this glittery, frilly things anymore unless I know for sure it's gonna sell, because it's business. So that is it. That is my take from today. And like I said, today is the only day that I go to thrift stores right now. I do volunteer at a thrift store, and I do pick up things there occasionally. But for the most part, for the summer, I hit up the garage sales on the weekends, and on Monday, I kind of go to these 2 stores, and that's it. Thanks for watching. If you're watching this on replay, hit replay. Tell me replay at the bottom, and send me a positive note. Tell me something positive that has happened to you recently. All right? And I think that's it. And if you guys see Dara, say hi to her and welcome her to the community. And I think that's it. And Grammy Pammy, look for your video. It's coming, girl. Bye.